Magna Carta, the first one, was sealed in 1215. This edition dates from 1300, because during the 13th century it was reissued at certain times, 1216, 1225, 1297. But this is the 1300 one. It was a document that initially King John was forced to seal in order to curtail some of his rights. But by 1216, when he had died and Henry III, his young son, was on the throne, it became a document which the king actually issued. So it was then a royal grant of prerogatives to his free people, not to his unfree people, but to his free people. So it's the basis of what eventually became the freedom of people. But it was an early stage. Initially, as it was a curtailment of royal powers, and then it was a royal issue. It led on eventually to Parliament, and things like habeas corpus based on it. But as an early document, it was just the beginning of rights for free medieval people.
Okay. Now, where has this copy been all these years, and how many have seen it?
It's been in Durham Cathedral all these years, so since 1300, because it was, each time it was issued, it was sent around the country to be read out in cathedrals, and luckily the monks in Durham had a hoarding instinct and stashed away the copies and didn't throw away the old one when the new one came. So this one has been in Durham Cathedral since 1300, and as far as we know, it has never left the cathedral. Certainly it's never been on public display until now. It'll go on public display in Durham Cathedral in 2017 when we have our own exhibition facilities, but this is the first time the public have seen it.
When so many things can be seen on the internet today,
yes.
Why should people want to come and look at an old sheet of parchment?
I think there's something to do with actually living history and realizing that this document is over 700 years old, that somebody wrote it 700 years ago, that the king sealed it, and you become part of history, and quite honestly it sends a tingle up the spine when you see things like this.